Hi, everyone. So I wanted to talk about this phrase that we use that we hear often called sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you, right? Or hurt me. So I had a parent recently come into work, for a session, and the little 10-year-old said, he was getting bullied, but he said, I don't, I don't, they bully me, but it's not a big deal because it's just words, words don't mean anything. So I said, well, where did you hear that? Because of course I knew where he heard it. He heard it from his dad who was there and his mom. So then I spoke to the father, and the father confirmed that, they've sort of raised their kids with, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt me. And I had to sit and sort of, explain to him that that is actually not true. Sticks and stones may break your bones. Actually, they usually will break your bones if it's too, if it's hit hard. But those bones will heal. But words actually spoken will cause such deep scar on such a psyche level that those actually are harder to heal. So this whole thing with him telling his son that sticks and stones may break the bones, but words will never hurt you, is actually the complete opposite of what is true, at least in my experience, right? And he was great. He was a very sweet dad, and he sort of nodded and said, I said, have you ever, do you remember, certain words that maybe something mean that was said to you? I mean, how easily do you get over that versus something that maybe you may have scratched or broken? And so I really thought that was interesting because, we have a lot of these sayings, that men don't cry. And, again, sticks and stones, may hurt, break your bones, but words don't really hurt us. So ignore them. Don't worry about how they affect you because, again, don't let it get to you. But the truth is, the words actually hurt us a lot more than sticks and stones do. The broken bones will heal, the bruised skin will heal, the scraped, skin will, the body will heal, even though it might not heal perfectly the way it was, but it will heal. But it's those emotional scars that we have from, words that are spoken towards us or to us in such a hurtful manner, is what, those we carry in our hearts. Those they impact who we become. They impact how we view ourselves. They impact how we view the world. They impact how we function in the world. And I think acknowledging that the words have made an impact on our lives is the first step in actually starting to then heal from them, right? But if we just pretend like they don't hurt us, then if the issue is not an issue, then how do you even address it, right? So how do you address it? Well, I think, first of all, acknowledging, which words and what was said to you and who it was said to you by is important. I think that's step one. Step two is then sitting and really doing some, sort of, homework on what specifically about those words have impacted you and how. And based on how they've impacted you, then it's a matter of, okay, is it true or is it not true? And usually that doesn't matter because it tends to be people that we love and we care about and or we respect and we value. And it's when those people sort of, use words to hurt us, to disempower us, to belittle us, those scars are a lot harder to come back from, right? So we, in a sense, give our power away to other people. I'm not telling you not to give your power away because that is important in terms of, the relationships we form with people. But, consider the source that it's coming from and consider the intention with which something was said to you. And, if it's at all possible, clarify, what was said to you. If you can, go back to the person and say, hey, you said so and so, what did you mean? But sometimes it's not even worth it. Most times it's not even worth it. I think just sitting and sort of, taking inventory of what was said, how it impacted you, and the effect it had on you. Sometimes just acknowledging that and calling it for what it is enough to take the power away from the words. And hopefully that's usually enough. But if that's not enough, then again, I always recommend, talking to a good therapist and working it out and doing some, meditation and releasing, some of the stuff is always helpful. Anyways, I hope this has been helpful. Lots of love and light, and take care. Good night. Bye.